So today's topic, we'll learn about the list, tuples, and dictionaries. First, we'll understand what these data types are, and then we'll proceed with working on the functions. List means it will be a list of elements, wherein it will be closed with square brackets. The list can be combination of numbers, floating numbers, or it can be text as well. But there are few functions which will not work when you have a mixed elements in a list. So for that, what you have to do, you have to have only text or only numbers. But otherwise, the list is nothing but it's a combination of the elements which are of different data types. The elements in the list are actually indexed. Indexed means it is starting from 0 and it goes on till whatever say the elements we have. As I told you, the Python list will be enclosed with square bracket. So you can see here the list, say one list is like it's mixture of text as well as numbers, or it can have only numbers, or it can have only text. It can have mixed, say floating numbers, or it can have the text along with that numbers, anything. Right. Next is how to access the values. Accessing the values means just by giving a index number, I can access the values. Let's go and try this. Let's create one list. Say list1 equals, see, I'll put a bracket here. So in this, I can put any elements, say Excel. The text should be either in single quote or double quote. See, this is the list. Now, if I run this, that means the list will be assigned to this. Now I'll say print list1. So I run this. See, this is the list what we have created. Now I need to access the value. That is, I need to get the value of that is the element. That is, I can specify the index number. As I told you, the index will be starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, like this. Let's say I want print list1 and specify the index what I need. Let's say I want the first one. One is nothing but 0 and 1. Now for me, the result should be VBA. Let's say I'll run this. What happened? Sorry, it should be square. Say run. See, I'll get this VBA. So this is how I can access the value. So you can give any of these values. Suppose if you give more than whatever the index is there, then you might get errors. Right. Updating. Suppose if you want to update, that means I already have a value. I just need to update it. Just go here. Say for example, I want to change this VBA to SQL. Let's go here. Say list1. Then I'll mention that index number equals SQL. Now if I run this, this will be modified. Now let's print this. Print list1. Let's run. See, that VBA got changed to SQL. So likewise, I can use this list. So list means it is nothing but a list of elements which will be enclosed with square brackets. Right. Now we'll go and we'll work on few programs here. So we just saw how to use this list. Then we saw how to access the values and also how to update it. Now we'll see how to delete the values. That is, delete the elements. I have a list here. Already we have created one list. Now let's print this list and check what all values are there. Say list1. I'll say run. So these are the elements in the list. Now I want to delete one of the elements. Just mention del. This will delete the specified element. That is, you have to specify the index number. Say list1. I'll mention it as 1. And if I run this, sorry, list1, run this. See, now let's I have to print that list1, run. See, that SQL is gone. This is how I can delete, but there are so many other way of deleting as well. So what we'll do, we'll see there are some functions. So we'll use these functions and work on the elements whatever we have. That is, we'll see how we can work on these functions with the list. We'll create one list. Say list1 equals. Let's take cell PA, then SQL. We'll take some more values. Say point something. So I've taken one floating number here. Run this. Now this is my list. So we'll keep this list for all the functions what we are doing now. I need the length. That means I want to count the number of elements in the list. So here I have the list. I just have to mention len, L-E-N. We'll go here, say print len of list1. Just mention that list. Run this. See, I have 6 elements in the list. Right. Next, I want to find the maximum. When I say maximum, the elements whatever is there, it should be either text or numbers. It cannot have the mix of text and the numbers. Let me show you. Let's say print list1. That is, I'm trying to find the max of list1. Now if you see here, this has got all the mix of text and numbers. Now if I run this, see, what bracket, let me run this, see, it will not support. Now let's break this. We'll make this as list2, and I'll take only text, and list3 equals only numbers. Now if you want to find max, let's run this, say list2 and list3, which have got only numbers and only text. We run this. Now I'll say print max of list1, sorry, list2, because now we have taken this list2 only text. Let me run this. See, this is the max. Similarly, I'll say print max of list3. Let me run this. See, give me 3000. This is the highest. We can also print minimum. Min of list2. Run this. We'll get the minimum of list2 and say minimum of list3. Run this. I'll get the minimum value. So this is how I can use this max and min. But make sure that this will not have the list of combination, that is text and numbers. Right. Next one. Next is converting a string or tuple or whatever into list. Let's take a string. Let's say str name equals solution. Now I'm trying to assign this text to this string. Let me run this. Okay. Now let's convert this string into list. Just you'll have to use this list and assign this to one variable, or directly you can convert it. Say list4 equals str of str name. I'm creating one more list here. Let's run this. See, now let's print this. Print list4 and run this. See, you have to convert this into list. We have converted this into equals list of Look, now we'll print list 4. See, this will become like a list. So here we had used str. This will just convert to string, which was already a string. I just use this list. List will actually convert a string or a tuple into the list. Fine. Next one, append. When I say append, that means I'm adding some values. Append, insert, so all these are actually adding values, that is elements to the list. So when I say append, always it will append in the end, that is in the end of the list. Now assume I have this list 1, so print list 1. I'm just trying to show you what all things are there in list 1. See, these are the available values. Now I need to add one more value to this. So I'll be using this append method. This is like, say, a list append, and what is the value I'm trying to append here. You can give any value here so that it can append to the list what I've specified. Let's go here. I'll say list 1 dot append will add one more value here, say PBI. Run this. Now this PBI is added here, but where it will be added? It is appended. Appended means in the end. Let's go here. I'll say print list 1. When I say print list 1 in this level, so it was giving me the old list whatever was there. Now I have added one more, that is PBI. Let me run this. See, it got added in the end. That means append. So keep in mind, append means it is adding in the end. Fine. Count. Count will actually give me the number of times our element is repeating. You specify any list, say any element, so it will just show me how many times the element is repeating in that particular list which we have specified. Right. Let's go here. So in this case, all the values are 1 only. We'll try to make the list. Let me copy this. Say list 1 equals. Let's add more elements here. I'll say Excel, comma, then we'll say PPA, comma, 2000. And again I'll say Excel. Right. Let's run this. Okay. Now we'll try to count this Excel. Say list 1 dot count Excel. I just want to know how many times it is repeating. We'll print this. See, list dot count, and what is the element I'm trying to count? Let's print this. See, it is repeating 3 times. Say 1, 2, and 3. We can specify this for number also. So print list 1 dot count and specify 2000. Let's run this. See, it's repeating twice, once and twice. So any value you can specify and you can run that and get the number of times it is repeating. Fine. Extend. Extend means it is like you're trying to, it's something similar to append, but here we are trying to extend with one list to another list. Let's assume we'll have this list. We have this list 2 and list 3. Let's print it quickly. Print list 2, print list 3. Run this. So we have this list 1 and list 2. So we'll try to extend. Extend means this list will be extended with this list. That is list 2 with list 3. You just have to mention this extend. The list 1, that is which list you are trying to extend, with which list you are trying to add to the first list. Let's go here and say list 2 dot extend. With which list I'm trying to extend? Say list 3. Let's print this. See, this is list 2 because you're trying to add list 2. If you would have given list 1, then it would have added here. Let's run this. List 2 extend none. Let's say list 1. Not happen. Okay. Let's take list 1 dot extend with list 2 only and see. Let's take what is there in list 2. Okay, sorry. It is actually extended. So what we have done is we are not printing that extended values. So okay, see, now it has been extended list 2. Let me show you again. We'll take this, say list 2 equals this one. Then list 3 is this one. Right? So I have two lists here. So what we have to do is say list 2 dot extend list 3. So this will actually extend. And this is extended. Now you have to print list 2. Run this. See, this will be extended. So first we have to extend and then we have to print this list 2. So what we are actually trying to do, we are trying to print directly. So it was not giving anything. So it was just saying none. Extend means it's just extending. Index. Index means given a specific element name, it will specify that on which element means which index it is. Say for example, I'll give this VBA here. So it will show me what is the index of this VBA in the list. So it will specify the index in the list. Let's say list 1 and I'll say run. So here it is too many because we extended it. We'll take list 2 only. So let's say I want to know the index of this SQL. You just have to specify the index. Say just specify the index and the value. Say list 2 dot index, specify the value, that is SQL. Now we'll try to print this. Run this. See, it says 0, 1, 2. That means it is giving me 2 as the result, that is the index of this. So you specify anything, it can be a number or it can be anything. Just specify, it will show me the index of it. Right. Insert. Insert means we saw this append. So append was actually appending in the end. Now what if I want to insert somewhere in the middle of the text, middle of the list? In that case, I'll be using this insert. So specify the list, insert, and you have to specify the index number and what is the element I'm trying to insert. Let's go here. I have this list 2. I want to add one more element in this, but I'll specify the index number now. Let's say I want to insert somewhere here in second index. Then we'll say list 2 dot say insert index is 1 comma say PPI. Let's run this. Now it is inserted. Now we'll print list 2. Run this. See, given 1 year, so it got inserted as a 0, 1. The given 2, it would have gone to second index like this. So you can specify wherever you want, you can insert it. That is, specifically I can mention the index number. If you want to append in the end, just say append, that's all. Right. Pop and we have remove. This pop and remove both are actually to remove the list. So what this pop will do, you just mention it. So what it will do, it will remove the last element in the list. Or if you specify the index, then it will remove the specific element in the list. Let's go here. We'll try both. Print list 2. Why I'm printing this every time is so that we'll know what is the value we have in the print. So we already had this. So these are the values what I have. Let me remove this 10.345. So for that, what I'll do, say list2 dot pop open bracket close bracket. So we're not mentioning any index here. See, I not mentioned any index here. Let's run this. Now print list2. See, that is gone. 10.25 is gone. That is without specifying any index number. Let's say I want to delete this PBI. So in this case, I'll say print. Sorry, first we'll remove list2 dot pop and I'll say 1. Now let me run this. See, this is removed. Now go to this and say print list2, run this. See, that PBI is gone. Right. Remove actually will remove an element based on the value of the element. This is to remove based on the index number pop, but remove will remove the element based on the value of that element. Now specifically I want to remove something, say I want to remove VBA. Just say list dot remove and specify the value. Let's go here, say list2 dot remove. Now specify the value. I'll say VBA. Run this. Right. Now we'll go here, say print list2. VBA is gone. That means I can specify the value here, no matter wherever it is. But in this, specifically, I want to remove the first element, second element, or third element, whatever, I can use pop. If you want to delete or remove the element from the list based on the values itself, then I can use this remove. Next, reverse. When I say reverse or sort, make sure that the elements are of same data type. Otherwise, again, it will throw error like what we had here. Say somewhere we tried that sorting. I mean maximum and minimum. Just put it here. Just run. Now we'll say sort. See, reverse and sort both are same. Reverse will just reverse the order of the element. Sort means it will sort accordingly. That is ascending order. Let's go here. Say list2 dot reverse open bracket close bracket. That's all. No parameter here. Just a reverse. Now run this. Print list2. See, it's just reversing. Same thing I'll use for sort. Open bracket close bracket. Run this. Now let's go and see list2. We'll print it. Run this. See, it will get sorted. So these are some of the functions what we have in list. Right. Next one is tuple. We just close all this. Let's go to this tuples. Tuples are exactly like what we have the list, but these are read only, means you cannot edit this, and this can be recognized by a normal brackets what you have like this. And keep in mind, the tuples cannot be edited, means they are read only. You cannot do any modification, right? Just open this as well, the notes, so that you can understand. Scroll down. So okay, see, these are also sequenced, means they also have the numbers here, that is index number 0 1 2 3 4 5, but this will be with normal parenthesis or the normal brackets, but list will be in square brackets. So this is how we can recognize it's a tuple or list, right? Let's go here and we'll try to work on this. Here also we'll have similar kind of function, but not all the functions will be there. Here we'll have only this len, max, something like this, that's all, nothing else. You don't have anything like append or say delete, remove, insert, those things, those methods will not be available. So this is very similar to my list what we had. So what we'll do, we'll just go here, we'll work on this. Let's say tuple 1 equals, we'll take the same thing instead of again typing, just taking this, but make sure that we'll change this brackets, change here also, and let's make it as 1. Let's run this. So I've created 2 tuples here, right? So what all we can do with this, I can access the values. Access in the sense, similarly like what we did for list, by giving the index number, I can access the value. Let's say print tuple1 index 2. Run this. See 0 1 2. Similarly for number also, print 2 the index 1. Run this. Say I'll get this value. This is to access the values. Next, updating. This is not possible. If I'm trying to update, it will throw error. Let's go here. Let's say 2 1 equals, we'll make it as PBI. Just observe, I have this tuple, we'll make it as 1 only, tuple 1 Excel VBA SQL. I'm just trying to modify or change the value of this VBA to PBI. Let me run this. See, it will not support. The tuple is read only, but you can actually combine. That is, you can combine 2 tuples, something like this. Say tuple 3 equals tuple 1 plus tuple 2. Let's run this. Now let's print this. See, this will be the combination of this. Now we can work on len, that is to find the length of the tuple. Same thing like what we did for our list. Go here, say print len of tuple 3. Run this. See, it's got 6 elements. Fine. Next is maximum and minimum. As I told you, here you should have similar kind of data types. Let's go here. Say print max of. We'll use this tuple 1 only because that has got only text. Run this. Print max of tuple 2. Run this. Similarly, we'll say min of tuple 1 on this and print min of tuple 2. So in that tuples, whatever is there, that value maximum or minimum I'll get by using this max and min function. Right. That's all. So tuple is nothing but it's very similar to my list. There is nothing much to work on this. If at all you want to do, then you have to convert this into list and then again modify something and again hit it back to tuples. Right. But we have a lot of things to work on dictionary. So what we'll do quickly, we'll go to dictionary. Dictionary means it is actually the combination of a key and a value. There will be a key and a value. Say for example, course. What is the course? Duration, how many hours? Fees, what is the fees? Name, what is the name? Employee name, so what is the employee name? So like that, so you will have a key and a value, but this key and value will be separated by a colon. Say something like this. Say key and value like this. For every value there should be a key. Say for example like this, I'll say name like this. The fees 2000. So this is how the data will be stored, that is a key and a value. Right. Now we'll go and see how we can actually work on these dictionaries. The dictionary, as I told you, each key is separated from its value by a colon. The items are separated by commas. That is, each element, whatever is there, that will be separated by commas, and I can have any number of elements. And this will be enclosed with curly brackets or flower brackets. The keys, whatever is there, that should be unique. Otherwise, whatever the latest value is there, only that the last value, whatever is there, that will be taken into consideration. To access the values, then I'll be using the key and I can get the value. And if you want to modify it, I can modify that also. That's also possible. Right. So we'll go and we'll work on this, all the examples, whatever is there. So I'll put it in this sheet so that it will be easy for us to go and work. Otherwise, you have to keep scrolling with this note. This is for your reference, so you can refer this one by one. Right. Now let's understand how these dictionaries are stored. As I told you, see, there is a key and a value, key and a value. So in this case, I'm taking the course itself and its fees. It will be like this. Let's go here. We'll insert a new cell. Say like this. Say new dictionary equals. Put a curly brackets or flower bracket. Open and close immediately. Now, how you should actually have the elements here? Say first is key and then it is values. Let's say Excel. For this, I'll put a colon and say 2000. So this is one element now, comma. Then now I'll say VBA colon. I'll say 3000. So this is one element. Next, SQL colon 4000. See, this is one element. Now if you say this, Excel, VBA, SQL, they are key, and 2000, 3000, 4000 is the values. Let me run this. See, we have assigned. Let's just print this. Print new underscore it run. See, this is the dictionary what we have. The dictionary can be nested dictionary as well. Means I can have a key and inside that I can have a key and a value. Say for example, I'll go here, say something like this. I have a course and then fees and the duration of it. So if you want to store that, see for this itself there are two other values, that is elements. Let's go back. Equals, say, put a bracket here. The first will say Excel Within this, I have one more dictionary like this. Let's say enter here. To make it more easy, I'll go here, I'll say fees, and I'll say 2000, comma, then I'll say duration, we'll make it as 12 hours. Let me copy this and I'll say enter. Let's change this to VBA, then fees, I'll make it as 3000, we'll make it as 15 hours. The next, this one, let's make it as SQL, then make it as 4000, and then 18 hours. See, now this is a dictionary, this is a key, and this is a value for this key. This one is a value for this key. But inside that there is a dictionary where this is the key and this is value. This is key and this is value. Let me run this. Somewhere we have missed. Okay, we have missed this comma here. Run this. Yes. We not put this comma. We have to put this comma. Now let's print this. Print. Run. See, this is the dictionary what we have. Right. Next, as I was telling you, the dictionary should have unique values. Observe this. I'll have a dictionary. Say, we'll take as A 10, then B 20, and C as 30. Right? Now we have this 3 elements. I'll run this. Where did we do mistake? Okay. Let me print this. This, I'll get the element. So what we'll do, you take equals. We'll take the same thing, but in the end, again I'll give A colon, I'll make it as 50. So if you observe, A is 20 here, A is 10, B is 20, C is 30, and A again I'm giving it as 50. Now if I run this, now this dictionary has been updated with the new values what I've given. Now if I say print and I'll say new tick, if I run this, see, the value which was A is 10, now it is saying A is 50. So make sure that this will be unique key in the dictionary. Now let's take the same thing, and if I make this A capital, now let me run this, print it, and run this. See, now this is coming as a different element. So make sure that the value, the key, and the key value can be anything, no problem, but the key should be unique. Okay. List as values in the dictionary. That means we saw that a key can have a dictionary itself as a values. Similarly, it can have a list also as a values. Let's try this. Say new text equals, let me put bracket. Now we're trying to have list as the values. Now we'll go here. I'll say Excel, put a colon. Now for that we need to have values. Then we'll go here, say we'll make it as 2000, comma, say 12 like this. See, we can take like this as well. Let me copy this comma, enter, paste it, comma, enter, paste it. Now we'll change this to VBA and this one to SQL. Taking the same example to show you guys. 18 hours. The same thing we had done here also, which is a dictionary, but here we are making it as a list. Now let's run this. All commas are given. Run this. See, now we'll print. Run this. See. Similarly, I can make this as tuple as well. So here, but here instead of this square bracket, you have to give parenthesis like this. Remove the square bracket. Then tuck. Let's run this. See, print. See, you can give either dictionary or tuples or list as well in a dictionary. That is, as a key, the values can be either dictionary or list or a tuple, or it can be a text as well, string as well, or numbers as well. So any data type you can assign for this. So that's what I was telling. See, different data types I can assign here. Next, empty dictionary. Empty dictionary in the sense, I'll be creating one dictionary, but no values in that. Later on, I can add the values to that. So how to create an empty dictionary? See, just you'll have to open the bracket and close the bracket, or you can say dict and say open bracket, close bracket. Anyways, you can do. Let's say new empty equals, just say open bracket, close bracket. Now if you go and say print new empty text, let me run this. See, it is blank. You can also give like this, say new empty text 2 equals text like this. Now let's print this and run this. See, this way also you can have a blank dictionary. Later on we can add the values, which I'll show you in the next functions. Nested list or tuples. So I can mention a list or a tuple along with this dict, so that the values whatever is there, that will be converted into dictionary. But make sure that you'll have only one element of, say, either tuple or list. Inside that I can have any number of list. So here you can see this is one list, this is another list, this is another list. But when I'm passing it for a dictionary, it should be only one element. It cannot have multiple elements. Say, I'll show you. See, let me just copy this. Here I have this one list which I was passing here. Okay, now what I did, I just removed that and I've given 1, 2, 3 list. That means I'm passing more than one element to the dictionary. Let me run this. See, it'll throw error. You can have only one argument or say parameter. Now what I'll do, let me go here. If you say this, here I'll put one bracket and in the end I'll put one bracket. So entire thing, whatever is there, this will become one list. And if I pass this, now if I run this, see, say you ticked, I'm just trying to print this, print, and I'll say run. See, this is the key value, key and value, key and value, like this. Same thing applies to tuples as well. Right. Now coming to accessing of the values. We just have to mention the name of the key to get the values. That's all. Right. Now what we'll do, we'll take one. Okay, we'll take this. This is the simple dictionary. Let me run this lasine. I want to access the value of this one. Just say here print new underscore tict, and here I'll mention Excel. Let's run this. So every time you do this, you put this in square bracket because this is the value what we are accessing. Let's run this. Say button 2000. Say print new tict, and we'll say SQL, put it in double quote, and then I'll say run. See, it will get me the value. Right. Updating. Suppose if you want to update the values, you just have to mention the key, and any value if you give, that will get updated automatically. Let's go here. Say new tick. So I want to update this SQL to 8000. Just mention SQL and then say equals 8000. Run this. Right. So let's print this. Print new date. Run. See, SQL has become 8000. Let's add one value, a new value to this. So for that, you have to mention here. Just mention some key and value for that. Let's say new ticked square bracket PBI equals say 15,000. Let us run this. Now let's print this. Ticked. Run this. See, that gets added here. Fine. Deleting the dictionary. So here we can delete the elements. We can clear the elements. Also, we can delete the complete dictionary itself. There are three things what I can do: delete the dictionary, clear the dictionary, and delete the dictionary itself. Here I'm trying to delete one element. Then I have to mention here, say delete, and then ticked, specify the key which I'm trying to delete, say PBI. Run this. Now let's print this. Copy, paste. Then run this. See, PBI is not there. Clear. What clear will do? Completely it will clear the entire dictionary. Say ticked, clear, run this. Fine. Now let me run this. Print. See, it's an empty dictionary. Now I'll give delete, run this. Now let me try to print. See, it is not defined. That means it is not found at all. So you should be very careful while using this clear and delete. When I say clear, only the elements will be cleared. Dictionary will be still available. But suppose if you think that you want to delete the entire dictionary itself, then you can use this delete dictionary. Right. Here also we have some functions. Len, like what we have this len. Len will give me how many elements are available in the dictionary. Let's go here, we'll copy this. Just now we deleted, so the dictionary will not be available. I'm just taking the same thing. I'll say run. A new dictionary is created. Now we'll just say len of this new dictionary. So whatever we have created now, just say print len of new dictionary. Run this. Print run. See, there are three elements. If you want to convert, say, a string, I mean a dictionary into a string, then you can use this str. Now, I want to return a list of items. Here, I have this key and value. I just want to return the item. So what will happen is when it is returning the item, so it will go and it will make it as a tuples, say name, then this one, age, and this one like this. Just you'll have to mention the item. Say, let me go here, say print new dict dot items, open bracket, close bracket. Let's run this. See, it will put it like a tuple here, a pair, key and value, and that will be total one list. You can see that here. See, this is the items. So what it will do, it will create a pair and it will give me like a tuple. I want to get all the keys. I have 1, 2, 3 key here. I want to get all the keys. Just go here, say print new dict dot keys, open bracket, close bracket. Let's run this. See, it will give me the keys. I want to get the values. Print new dict dot values, open bracket, close bracket. Run this. See, I'll get only the values. Fine. So this is for getting the key and the values. Just now we saw this clear. It'll just clear the data. Then I can copy this. The entire dictionary, I can copy it from one dictionary to another dictionary. Let's go here. Let me just print this and see what is there. Okay, I have these elements here. Then what I'll do, I'll say new dict copy equals what we'll do, we just copy this only. Okay, we'll copy this only. Copy, open bracket, close bracket. Now we'll print this, the new dictionary which we created. Run this. See, the new dictionary whatever we created. Let me put it here and run this. See, it is just copying the same elements whatever is there in the dictionary, right? So all these are other functions which you can actually use it, wherein you can set some default and all. So I'll just quickly show you this. From keys, create a new dictionary with keys from sequence and values set to value. Now what will happen, I have one list of say list or say tuples or whatever. So I have this list of keys here. Now what I'll do, I'll just use this sequence, that is whatever I'm using here. From keys, if I just give, all this will become a key. That means I'm just trying to create one key immediately. Say for example, I'll go here, str list. Okay, let me create one list. So here we'll make a dictionary saying that name, comma, gender, comma, then mobile, comma, say age. We'll make a list here like this, or a tuple, whatever. If I run this, see, I'll have one list of names here, means the key values. Now I'll create one new dictionary and I'll say new ticked equals ticked dot from keys. Just take this from keys of str list. Make it as true because already we have one. Okay. Now print new dict to run this. See, keys are created, but there is no value for this. That's what it is giving. It is giving the default none. But we are creating a dictionary with the values here, that is from the list. So from keys means it will take all these and convert this into a dictionary wherein I'll have all the keys but no values for that. Suppose if you're actually accessing some value, I'll be getting this value. So if it is there, it will give me the value. Suppose if it is not there, then I should get a default value. Then I can use any of these values. Say the key value, the value is not available or none or whatever. So what this get will do is, just in case there is no value, give me a default value. Now let's go here. I have this new tick. Let me just select and see what is there. So these are the three elements what we have. Now if you want to access this value, so what I'll do, I'll say new dot get. Let me specify, say, okay, it is saying 2000. Let me do the same thing. Dot get for PBI. It is not there. Let me run this. See, it's not giving anything. But same thing, if I go here, I'll say none. Let me run this. See, this is by default. So suppose if I go here and say Excel and say none, let me run this. It is giving me 2000 because it is available. If this was not there, then the default value. But in this case, the PBI is not there in the list. So I'm trying to get the value. If that value is not there, the element is not there, the key is not there, then give me none. So this is like a default value. If it is not there, then default, whatever is there. Like this. You can also set some default value. If the value which I'm trying to get here, it is not there, I am specifying some value here. But here I can specify as a default value itself. If age, say in this case, if it is not there, then say none. Gender is not there, none. That means here, what I'm trying to do, I'm giving the value here. That means outside. But I'm setting the default itself so that next time I don't have to bother about giving the value. So it will just give me the default value. Then update, just trying to update the list. That is, we saw how we can actually, get the value. So just have to go here. Say for example, say print new dict. Let me run this. So I have this value. Now let me update this. So do we have one more dictionary we created here? New one. Let's check this. Okay. So we have something here. We'll try to update it. Say take the first dictionary and update with the second one. Let's try this. Say new dict dot update with new dict 2, like this. The first one update and the second one. Let's run this. Okay. Let's print this now. See, it will combine. That will be updated. That is, I'm trying to update the existing dictionary with another dictionary, right? So these are some of the functions what we have in dictionary. Fine. Next one is about the date and time. This date and time is actually not a data type. Just close this as well. Right. This will be something like a value where I can just try to get the current time, or say this current month, or say specific calendar, or something like that. So if you see, the date actually starts from this date, say January 1st, 1970 for this Python. From that date it actually starts. Every date will be there, something like a seconds, like this. I can keep converting this date value into different dates, or say weeks, or whatever the time format, but that will be in a seconds. Let's go here. I have kept a lot of examples here. It's very simple actually, you don't have to bother. So here, to get the functions, we have to use this time. We have to import time. Let's go here. First we'll import time. Say import time. One time if you do enough. So the library is imported. Now suppose if you want the time to be displayed, say you have to use the function, this library with the function name. If I'm directly using this, will not get, because this time function is not directly available. So you have to import this time library, and then you have to use this time. Say I'll try to print time dot time. Okay, let me run this. See here, it will give me the value, the output in seconds. This is right from January 1st, 1970. It will be keep on calculating and will give me the seconds here. Now if you want to convert this, say we have something called as local time. So what this local time will do, it will give me the current time if I'm not specifying any seconds here. Let's say print time dot local time. I'm not specifying any parameter here. I'll run this. See, I'm getting the date in this format. Saying TM year, that is 2027 is the month, then day, then hour, the timings. So all this will be specified here. I can specify the seconds here. So I've got some seconds here. This is for the current time. Let me go here and take this local time, and I'll take this seconds and I'll put it here. Now specifying the seconds. Let's run this and see. See, I'm getting the same result. Now let me modify this. We'll try to change this seconds. See, I just removed few seconds. Now let me run this. According to that second, whatever date is there, see, 1970. Because for this seconds, it is going to 1970 January, January the 19th, something like this. So if you're not specifying anything, then I'll get the current time. Otherwise, I'll be getting the specific seconds, whatever I mentioned. For that, I'll get the time. Right. Then we have something called as ASC time or C time. There are two things: ASC time or C time. Here somewhere it is there. Okay. See here. Here C time. So this ASC time or C time, what it will do is it will give the date in a proper format. Now say I'll go here, print time dot ASC time. Let's run this. See, it will give me the current time, date and time. But suppose if you want to specify some value in this, then I cannot specify the seconds here. I have to put in this format. that is the local time, whatever is there, that format. So the input will be, the parameter will be for this is the local time format. And for local time, I have to put seconds. Directly, if I put seconds here for this AST time, it will not take. So let me just try to put this one. That is the seconds what we got. Let me copy this, put it here, and then run this. See, it will not take. Suppose same thing, I can go here and I can use time dot local time, and this will convert to the format of what I need here for this ASC time. So this we can do. Let me run this. I have to keep one more bracket here. Okay, run this. See, like this. So C time is actually exactly like this AC time only. You can either use C time or AC time. Both are same. Right. Here, suppose if you want to get some time, okay, we have the format here. If you see this, I have this TM month, TM year. I want to extract only the month or year or day. I can use this parameter, whatever is that name, and I can access it. Let's take this one as a GM time. Say, let me go here. Say new time equals time dot GM time. We'll try to give some seconds. So here we have the seconds. So we can take this seconds only. What seconds we have here? Let me copy this and I'll put it here. Let's run this. Now print new time. Run this. Okay, see, I'll get in this format. Now I need to extract this year or month or day. So for this, what we'll do, we just have to go here and mention that parameter name here. Say something like this. Print new time dot, so what is that we have? TM underscore year. It should be exactly like this only. Let me run this. See, it's giving me that year. Let me copy this. Go here. I'll say TM month. Run this. See, giving me this month. Day, if you want, you can just give this TM day. Like this. Let's run this. See, giving me the date here. So likewise, there are different functions which you can actually work on. These are all some simple examples which I've given. So here we have this different formats. It's the same thing like whatever is there here. So I've just given all these formats. So you can just work on this. Next is about the calendar. This calendar is again similar to what we have this date and time. Now if you want to convert this, say if you want to get a calendar with a specific year, so I can just use this calendar. For this again, I have to import calendar here. Let me go here. I'll just import this calendar and run this. Okay, fine. Now let me go here. I want to print a calendar. So we have a function called as calendar. This calendar is a library and this calendar is a function within that library. So here I have a function called as calendar. If I specify the year, then I'll get the calendar for the entire year. This one, whatever other parameters are there, this is like a width and length, and then we have this columns. Let me copy this itself instead of again typing. Just paste it here. Say t equals calendar dot calendar. I'm giving this 2019, and these are some parameters for width and the columns. I'm trying to print this calendar. Let me run this. See, I get 2019 calendar like this. Mention it 2020. I'll get 2020 calendar. See, like this. If you want to print month, just have to mention the month and which year, which month you want. Again, this column, that is width and length. Let's take this. See, calendar.month. If you want, I'll just go here, say 2020 and make it as 7. 2020 July. Let's run this. See, this will give the calendar for current month. Right. Then month calendar. So what this will do is it will give me the output of, say for example, I'll give 2019 and 9, or say any month and the year. It will give me the number of days in that particular month. Let's go here and then give month calendar. See the number of days. That means this one is 1 week, this is 1 week, this is 1 week. So all the weeks, say the number of days whatever is there, that will be actually like a list. Say this is 1 week and the entire thing will be, that 1 week will be as a list. So we have 4 to 5 lists here. So here if you see, this is starting something like this, is 1 week, this is second week, third week, fourth week, something like that. The number of days whatever is there, that will be as a list here. This can be further used for some other calculations, that when you come to this loops and if conditions, then I'll explain how to use this list in a loops. Leap year. Suppose if you want to find whether a given year is a leap year or not, then you have to just mention is leap. Let's say 2020. I want to check whether it is leap year. Let's run this. True. That means it is a leap year. If it is not, then it will give me false. Just to check whether it is leap year or not. We have leap days. These leap days will give me from 1 year to another year how many leap years are available. That means from 2011 to 2019, how many leap years are there? Let's take from 2000, say leap days. I'll make it as 21. Let's see. It is 3. That means there are 3 leap years. Right. Next, month range. So what this month range will do? It will give me the starting week. See, the week where it is starting. Say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what the day what we have. So 0, 1, 2, 3, it might be a Wednesday, and the total number of days here. Let's go and make it 2020 and say 7. Let's run this. Say I have 31 days. Let's go and see the calendar here. Say it says 2. That means Monday is 0, 1, 2. We can set this, the week whatever is there. Here we have the set first day. Set first day, what it will do, first day what it should be, like whether it should be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday or something, you can set this. So you don't have to bother too much about these things. Okay, here we have this week header. Week header, actually it will give me the week header, that is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday or whatever, that week headers. Let me just take this, but make sure that you will import the calendar for all these things. Okay, see, I'm just trying to set the first week of the day. That is, set first week means it will just set what will be the first day of the week. Then here I'm taking this header, that is week header. Let me just say run. See, now here I given it as 6, so it is starting from Sunday. Let me make it as 1 and run this. See, it will start from Tuesday. So 0 is actually Monday. Let's say 0. See, from Monday. That's why we are getting this 2 here. You go and check this. See, 0, 1, 2. So that's why I was getting Wednesday here. So 6 means it will become Sunday. The week header, you can change this. Say if I give 1, that means I'll get only 1 character here. Then if I go and say 3, then 3 characters. Let me make it as 6 or 7 or whatever. See, let me make it as 10 or 9. It will give me complete like this. So there are so many functions like this. You can just go through this. I've just put everything with examples. You can just work on this. These are actually a data type, but date and time, they are not data types. List, tuples, and dictionaries. Along with that, in the previous session, we learned about the text and the numbers. They are the actual Python data types.